A panic attack is a brief but intense rush of fear. These attacks involve symptoms similar to those experienced when facing a threat, including intense fear, a sense of doom, sweating or chills, shaking, pounding heart, difficulty breathing, head and chest pain. Panic attacks differ from a typical fear response because there's no actual threat involved. The body is saying there's a danger when in reality there's none present. Panic attack triggers are not always easy to identify. So people who have one attack often worry about having more, especially in public. Panic attacks usually feel very uncomfortable and cause significant distress. Many people believe they are experiencing a heart attack or other life-threatening issue. If you know someone who experiences panic attacks, there are several things you can do and avoid doing to help them in the moment. Most people who experience panic attacks or live with other type of anxiety have their own go-to coping methods. When offering support, keep in mind your loved one knows best when it comes to what will help most. During an attack, however, they might find it harder to communicate this. Consider asking in advance how you can offer assistance if they experience an attack around you. During an attack, it's okay to calmly ask what you can do to support them. Just prepare for the possibility of a short or curt response. The fight or flight stress response can affect the ability to think and behave logically. Try to remain neutral and don't take their response personally. As long as they are not in immediate danger, take a few steps back and give them some space. Stay nearby so you can still keep an eye on things, and let them know that should they change their mind, you will come right back. Not everyone experiences panic attacks in the same way, so it's best to ask what signs they tend to experience. The sooner you realize what's happening, the faster you can help them to get a more private place or wherever they need to feel more comfortable. Panic attacks can be confusing as well as scary. People generally can't predict them, and there's often no clear cause. They can happen in stressful situations, but also during calm moments or even during sleep. It might seem helpful to tell your friend there is nothing to be afraid of, but they are probably perfectly aware there is no actual threat. That's part of what makes panic attacks so confusing. The reaction matches a fear response, but nothing's happening to cause that fear in response. Someone who gets panic attacks might begin fear the symptoms themselves or link them to a serious health issue. It's typical to feel embarrassed or ashamed of such an intense reaction. People often have a hard time sharing their experiences with mental health issues, including panic attacks. Some avoid talking about mental health issues because they believe others won't understand what they are going through. Others worry about being judged or told what they experience isn't a big deal. Outsiders often don't understand the fear caused by panic attacks and may even consider it illogical. But the response is real and the person experiencing the attack can't control it. It's common to feel completely wiped out as your body and its processes return to normal after an extreme fear response. Someone who's just had a panic attack might not feel up to anything beyond quiet relaxation. Inquiring what they need and honoring that request is crucial. Asking too much after a panic experience can aggravate the healing process. You might feel all the best intentions, but it's entirely possible to make someone feel bad without realizing you're doing so. Maybe you felt stressed or terrified in a dangerous situation. You might even have anxiety yourself. These experiences are not quite the same as a panic attack. Though avoid trying to draw comparisons between your different experiences. Unless you also get panic attacks, you probably don't entirely understand how they feel. If you have experienced extreme fear, let that memory inform you. on what your friend is going through. Remind yourself they are not just afraid or stressed. They may also feel helpless, unable to manage what's happening, physical pain or discomfort. Don't shame or minimize. It's pretty common to worry about having a panic attack, especially in front of strangers, or believe the attack might annoy or inconvenience friends or loved ones. People struggling with anxiety or panic attacks might intellectually understand the response is illogical. You might not intend to make your friend feel ashamed, but denying the reality of their distress can certainly have that effect. Not every coping technique works for everyone. Deep breathing and other relaxation techniques can have benefit, but they often help most when practiced regularly. When these techniques are only utilized during moments of panic, they often wind up backfiring. Deep breathing turns into hyperventilating and the mind becomes too overwhelmed to focus on unfamiliar things. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, share, and comment.